Hey gamers, I am Cyber7, hope we're all well guys, back again with another video. And I'm not alone, as you can tell. I've got little Vic lying on my lap because he's just woke up, bless him, and he wants to lie all over me while I do my new video. So be it. But then again, I've got myself a brand new chair, so he wants to lie in comfort like his old man wants to sit there and play his games. Lovely chair that I bought. Basically, my old chair was just died a death, and I needed something that I'm going to be able to plant my butt in and have a good few hours gaming without having to feel it go numb after about an hour and a half. So this come up, a fantastic chair, absolutely love it. It's a tad big for the room. I have to push it like forward to get to the back of me, and then obviously push it back to get to the front of me. But the way I see it, comfort overrules space. And to be honest, I'm going to be the only one in this room anyway, so I win hands down, simple as that. But guys, yes, I am back with another video. I'm coming towards the end of my second week of my holiday. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of gaming. Not as much as I intended to do, especially this week. This week's been a bit of a blur. It's gone a lot quicker than I anticipated it would do. But when you're off and you're not thinking about anything but just doing nothing, by the time you've thought about what you want to do, the day's over. So I'm literally just thinking, right, today is going to be a good day to get a new video up for you guys. I will be doing more videos, do not worry. Anybody out there who's after certain videos, like the new Man versus video, it will be coming, I promise you that. But this video is just going to be a bit of odds and sods, really. A few Nintendo items from literally, you're talking probably a year and a half ago, 2 years back, and then like up to recent times. I say nothing amazing. I haven't bought a lot at the moment because my money's going other places, obviously for specific items, as you hopefully well know what's the plan is for this year. But anyway guys, let's just crack on. We'll start with, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll start with the older stuff. And these are, we've got like 4, believe it or not, Game Boy Advance games. Now, something I've never ventured into. And I've always had myself a Game Boy player on one of my Japanese consoles for the GameCube. And I've never really used it. So it was realistically Mr. Tootie himself that gave me the idea of getting a few games, and I've only got 4, and that's within 2 years, so that's saying something. But basically, it's just 4 very nice conditioned Game Boy Advance games. The plan is, you know, I like the system, you know, as a whole, to play it on my TV, but I'd never go out and probably buy a Game Boy Advance. I'd never buy one. So there's only a select few probably I'd have. Probably the couple of Metroids. I'd have also the F-Zero games. And I'm not too sure what else. You know, I wouldn't want a massive collection. Probably a collection of about 10 games, 10 of the best games. You know, leave a little nod down there to me, a little message. Let me know what, you know, Game Boy Advance games are worth having. If you could only have 10, let me know what your 10 would be. It'd be an interesting little conversation to have down there. But anyway, the one that started it all off for me was obviously this one, which is Mario Kart Advance. Now this one is got to be 2 years old, and this was when we went to Blackpool a couple of years ago, and Tootie pulled out his bag of tricks and this was in there, and he goes, oh yeah, it caught my eye, and I went, I wouldn't mind that, and he kindly gifted it to me. So 2 years late, Stu, but thank you very much, mate. I'm not too sure if I ever showed you this. I don't think I've ever showed this. That's why I'm showing it now. But yes, still got it. And yeah, it's a dinky little thing. I love the artwork. Any Japanese style artwork on any boxes, you can't knock it. It's really cool. A load of kanji on the back. But Mario Kart's Mario Kart. You race, you win, and you open other tracks. As simple as that. But brilliant little game. I have played this quite a bit actually. And then the next 3 I got last year when I went to Revival, and this was probably the only item I actually bought. I think I bought a white controller as well for my Sega Saturn, which I'll go into another time because I did get rid of that collection. But I've done something just to bide the time with that console. But anyway, back to these three what I've got in my hand. And basically these were sold and they were sitting on the shelf basically, and I thought, you know what, they look pretty cute, I'll have them. Nifty little collection. And there are 3 Mario games, and the first one is, I think it's Mario, but this is Mario 2, and really nice little artwork, and as you can see on the back by the screenshots, you've got Mario 2 in the corner, and obviously at the bottom you've got like the Super Mario Brothers game added into this as well. So that's the first one, which is and really plays well, to be honest with you. It really is good for the Game Boy Advance. And then we got weirdly Super Mario 2, which is of course Super Mario World, the Super Nintendo game Super Mario World. And as you can see in the corner, yet again screenshots, and yet again you have the Mario Bros game built into this one as well, which is kind of weird. So there's Mario 2, which is Mario World. Really happy to have that one. And then finally, Mario 4, which we all know is Super Mario 3. Take a look at the back, and it gives you the screenshot, of course. And yet again, for some bizarre reason, they all have the Super Mario Bros game built into them. I don't know why, it's weird, but yet again, really fantastic artwork. Dinky little games to have, and they play just like the originals, but only on Game Boy Advance. And as I say, playing these on TV, it's no different than playing it on the Game Boy Advance, apart from the fact it's a bigger screen, which I do prefer and always will do. So that's it, guys. That's the 4 that's the 4 Game Boy Advance games I've got, and really happy with them. As I say, I probably would build the collection up to about 10. But you just have to let me know what what you think is worth getting for the Game Boy Advance. Only boxed, of course, but I definitely want to get the F-Zero games. I definitely want to get, of course, the 2 Metroid games, and after that, what will I have? 2, 4, 8. I want a couple of more games. So anybody can just suggest a good couple of more games for the system, and I'll be happy with that. There'll be 10 games, no more, no less. I had to have a drink, otherwise I was going to cough, and I didn't want to cough. So that is 4 Game Boy Advance games for my very small Nintendo Game Boy Advance collection. Right, next, a couple of GameCube titles. Now these were bought from Doncaster, not last year, the year before. Yet again, I went down to Doncaster when they actually did it on Saturday, which is a hell of a lot more convenient for me. I know they've started they've done the last few on a Sunday, which has been a bit of a shame, because it's impossible for me to get there on the Sunday. But thankfully, this year, they are doing a Saturday one, which is, I think, later this year, mid in the year. I can't remember the actual date, but I'll be definitely going to that one. That's without question, because I do love the Doncaster, one of my favourite gaming markets to go to be honest. But we'll talk about gaming markets in a bit. But yeah, these I got from Doncaster. I haven't bought any GameCube games for a long time now, because I've got what I've wanted. These were random. 1, because I wanted one for a certain collection, and 2, the one that I've got, I'm going to show you first, was an exclusive, Japanese exclusive anyway. You couldn't get it anywhere else. So, and these are absolutely in beautiful condition. And this one is first Donkey Konga 3. And as you can see, the condition of these, that was just brand new. Bit of an inflated price on them. I can't remember actually how much I paid for them, but believe me, I think it was about 35 quid. But to be honest with you, I really don't care. Really nice condition. It's like the game is untouched. Realistically, it's absolutely mint. It's got everything in it. You know what a GameCube game looks like, don't you? But yeah, really untouched. Very good condition. And as I say, this was a GameCube exclusive in Japan. So one I needed to complete the set, so I've got all the Donkey Kongas now. So happy with that. Now this one, you right there, Vic? Yeah? You right, bud? Just woke up, bless him, and he's just sitting with his his old man. Yeah, sitting with your old man. Go back to sleep. Anyway, this second one is definitely for a series that is a series I've collected for a long time. One of my favourite series, of course, and this is Metal Gear, the Twin Snakes. So I've got this now on all formats, the NTSC American, the Japanese version and the PAL version. But this, yet again, is in absolutely beautiful condition. Not a mark on this. I think I paid about 45 quid for this. But to be honest with you, I don't really care because it is in such fantastic condition. As I say, it's a couple of years old now, so I haven't really... I haven't touched it, and you know what, I don't think it's even entered into the GameCube, to be honest with you, but it's not the point, you know what I mean, at the end of the day. It's part of the Metal Gear collection. I love my Metal Gear games, as I do my Resident Evil, which I'm slowly, you know, bit picking into again. But there you go, guys, that's it. That's 2 GameCube games for the GameCube, Japanese GameCube. Now, obviously, whether I get any more, may do or may not too sure. I've literally got, as far as I'm concerned, I've got most of the games that I really want. I'm never going for a full set, so and I've got quite a few GameCube games down there, to be honest, with a mix of PAL and NTSC, and of course some Japanese titles. There probably would be a few more Japanese titles I'd probably stick in the collection over time, but it's something I can look at into the future because, as I say, my mind's set on certain things this year, and as I say, these are just what I've picked over time. Apart from probably the 2 games, well, there's actually 3, the most recent games, and they didn't cost a year, thankfully. So anyway, right, so that's 2 GameCube games, and that's 4 Game Boy Advance games I've added to the collection, as I say. Nothing major, nothing full set, never going to do it. Just like nice 10 Game Boy Advance games into the collection, that'll do for me. And as I say, I'm just going to pick at the GameCube collection over time, to be honest. There is probably one box set I wouldn't mind for the GameCube. My Biohazard collection box set, but that's in the future. But we'll leave it there. So, right. That's GameCube and Game Boy Advance. What should we do now? Should we look at the 3 most recent games that I've got? So, one is a game. Let's talk N64. Now, there's a console that nobody really talks about anymore. The N64, very, very, very small collection. It's over here. Specific games only. Now, I've wanted all the 3 Star Wars games on there for the longest of times, but I've just literally, in fact, I'll show you that one as well, because I haven't showed this either. So now you know they are the Star Wars games. Now, firstly, I'll show you this one, which I did get from Doncaster, the same time as I got the GameCube games, and it is, of course, Shadows of the Empire, and this is in really, really beautiful condition. Fantastic condition is. I'm a big Star Wars fan. You should know that by now. And to get these on the N64 for me, I had them American originally, but obviously look at the artwork. They're so much better, 100 times better. And as I say, you know, these games, loved Shadow of the Empire anyway. The music, the Star Wars music in this is fantastic. The game itself isn't the best game in the world. Dash Render, I think is named the character in this. You know, it's not a bad game. You know, I enjoyed it when I first played it, and to be honest, I might put this back on and give it a blast from the past and see how it plays again. It'll never be the greatest Star Wars game in the world, but still really, really nice. And I wanted to add the 3 Star Wars games to the N64 set anyway. So that's Shadows of the Empire, and this is, as I say, I'll open it up. It's in really, really good condition. Of course, it's got everything. It's got obviously the cartridge in the bag. And of course the big, huge, it's got everything actually. It's got the controls, advertisements. I forgot what was actually in here, but yeah, it's got absolutely everything. It's got the it's got the controls for you, and it tells you how to play the game in all different languages, which is pretty cool. But yeah, very happy to have this one. As I say, I've wanted it for a while, and I've seen it at Doncaster, and that's why I like to go to these markets nowadays. I'm not going specifically to find certain items. That is a fact. I go to the market for the meetups, and if something catches my eye and it's not overly overpriced, then I'll go for it. I'll have it, and it's like kind of a memento of that day. And as I say, this one, and of course the two GameCube games were a memento from that day. So yeah, so there you go. That is Shadows of the Empire for the GameCube. So I'll pop that back into where it's got to go. And now, as I say, this one I've got. Most recently, it come through about a week and a half ago, and I've been after this for a while, and it is Rogue Squadron. And look at the artwork for that. That is absolutely fantastic. Rogue Squadron for the game N64. I'm saying the GameCube again. Rogue Squadron for the game. I'm doing it again. Rogue Squadron for the N64. There you go. Right. So yeah. Absolutely superb. Really enjoyed this game. Obviously, first of the series, because the other two ended up on the GameCube, and I really enjoyed playing these. But this one, you know, it is what it is. Graphically, obviously, it's not as polished as the GameCube versions, but still, really in half decent condition. You've got yourself like a little bit of a fold dent in there, but you know what, for what it is, and I only paid about £12 for it anyway, I'm well happy with that. So yeah, Rogue Squadron for the N64. Won't pick many N64 games up, but as I say, there's certain ones that I want, and as I say, it's a very small collection. I've literally got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 titles I've got for the N64. And if it goes to 20, that will do me. 20 good games that I wanted for the system. And to be honest, I know what the other two will be, because I have never bought the Zelda games. So if anything, I'll probably get the 2 Zelda games to finish off the set, and then I'll have everything that I need for the N64, which is iconic to me, and games that I played in the past when I originally owned the system. So yeah, well happy to have that. So that's Rogue Squadron for the N64. Okay, so Rogue Squadron can go over there now. I can get in there until later, until I sort it out. Now we have a couple of, excuse me, we have a couple of Super Nintendo games. Yes, NTSC Super Nintendo games. Now, I thought I'd throw these in because it is a Nintendo video after all. And these two I picked up probably about 3-4 weeks ago. One I've wanted to add to the collection, and two, the other one is a rebuy because the original one was given to me as a gift. And we'll talk about that one first. And that was given to me by Alex Nintendo Arcade, and he threw it my way as a gift. It was just the box and the cart only, which was Congo's Caper, and if you've ever heard of it, it's that one. But this is the one I re-picked up, and as you can see, it's part sealed. So I'm really happy with this. It's in really fantastic condition, and the person who's selling this was, as you can see, yeah, it's slightly ripped, but that's the seal. I'm not taking it off. And the person who's selling this done me a great deal, to be honest, because I got this. I seen one of these on eBay, and they wanted 200 quid for it, and I thought, I'm never going to pay that kind of money. Not for this game, anyway. It's part of the Joe and Max series, of course. But when I seen this part sealed, and 45 quid. £45. I ripped his arm off. I thought, yeah, I'll have that. That is absolutely superb. It don't come with absolutely everything, of course. You have, well, actually, you do. You have, of course, the obligatory instruction manual, which is, you know, it's been thumbed a little bit, but it's still in really, really nice condition. We have the Nintendo Power advert with it, which I didn't find at all. What else we got? Oh, we do. We actually have everything with it. We have the precautions leaflet. And then, last but not least, we have the cartridge. Not in a bag, but still, it's got a nice protective cover, which I'm well happy with. The cartridge itself, the label, it's actually not too bad, actually. You know, it's a slightly dull effect on it, but as you can see, it's not bad for its age. But the cartridge is in really nice condition. The pins have been cleaned, of course, and you know, it's a really good game. And I wanted this again specifically because obviously it wasn't complete, because I needed the manual and the instructions for it. And obviously Alex, of course, kindly gave it to me, and I'll always be thankful for that, mate. But it did until I got myself a proper copy. So there you go, that's game number 1 for the Super Nintendo NTSC collection. So that's just a rebuy. That's I've just exchanged the one I've got out there and bought myself this one, so really happy with that one. So I've got a spare one. Anybody want the box isn't in great condition, but it comes with a game. You know, let me know down below if you're interested and you need a Congo's Capers. You're not too fussed about manual or box even, you're welcome to the cart. So this one was from the same buyer. Now this one I originally wanted on the Super Famicom, and I still might get on the Super Famicom eventually because the cover variant's way better, of course. This is probably one of the... it's the most unexplainable Super Nintendo game cover in history, as far as I'm concerned. It doesn't explain the game to me in any way, shape or form. But I've never really played this game, and I've never owned this game, and I've wanted it anyway. And this cost me literally £25, and it is Phalanx. As you can see, this one, this time round, it's got a bit of wear, which I am not too bothered about, because at the end of the day, you know, it's still, the box is still in great shape. It really is. But as I say, corners a little. It's been sat on a shelf. It's been played and appreciated. But the cover, as I said, I just don't understand it. I never will get my head round this cover. And as I said, the Super Famicom version is a far superior box art, and that's what I will be getting eventually. But this is part of the NTSC collection, so I wanted it for £25. I'm not going to turn it down. So what I got with this one is so basic. It's standard. I've got the manual, of course, which, as you can see, has been thumbed a little bit, and it is, you know, it isn't worse for wear. It's still in very good condition, and you know, it's readable, so there's no problem with that. I'm happy with that. And then I have the game and the cart in the box, and the most important part, of course, which is the cart and the cartridge. Yet again, really nice condition, very nice label on it, and the cart is in all round good condition, of course, which I'm happy with. But as I say, I haven't play tested any of these yet, because I just haven't had the time. So I've got a system I'm going to be showing you now, which I'll probably plug in later just to give these a try. But there you go, guys. That is another two Super Nintendo games to add to my growing collection. I'll have to do a recount, because I haven't done a recount of my Super Nintendo games for a while now. So 2 new to the collection. They need cases, protective cases that I've got to go into. So well, happy to add those to the collection. But as I said, I've got to literally have a recount of my NTSC Super Nintendo. I might do myself a new NTSC collection video, which I haven't done in a while. Because as I say, I haven't got. I've got to be around the 1.5 mark around now. I'm assuming 150 mark around there. But as I say, I'm not going for anything and everything. It's got to be games that I want. I'm not going full set. I just don't need that. I just want all the best games that you can get. And there's still a few out there that I need, but I'm just biding my time, picking them when I see them. And as I say, I'm not going completely mint now. That's not happening anymore. I'm just going for the best quality I can find for a decent price. But as I say, there's still some big hitters out there. But, you know, give me time, over time. There's plenty of time. That's all I'm saying. There's plenty of time. They will appear in the collection eventually. You know, I'm not in a race. I'm sitting back. I'm going to enjoy collecting for them. That's the whole point for me. You know, it's just, I don't want to collect them as fast as I can. If I see them, I'll just wait for that moment, perfect moment. If you're there, you see them, you're in the right place at the right time, you buy them. It's as simple as that. So, yeah, that's it, guys. So there's another 2 to the collection. Well happy with that. Right, let's pop them down there. Now, what we got? Amiibos. Yeah, they're still going, aren't they? My thoughts of the Amiibo collecting has shifted a little bit, and I'm not too sure how long this Amiibo thing's going to last for. Whether this is going to be the final incarnation of them, with obviously the new Super Mario Bros. Game that's come out. I'm not too sure how many more we're going to get, but I'm kind of running out of room at the back here, and I think, to be honest, I'm actually now not going to go full set. I'm just going to go for selected and selective characters that mean something to me, technically, which I think is the better idea. So I've yet to get the plant one, because I did originally order them all straight away, and then I sat back and thought about it, and I cancelled the plant, and it's wrong. I should have had the plant, because the plant one is a good one. And then Phase 2 come out recently, and I've bought 2 of the 3 that were available. And what we'll do is crack them open, because here they are in the box, and I've kept them in the box just to take them out, to crack them open on camera to show you guys. So let's have a look who we got. So the first one, which is, I was going to get this guy anyway, because obviously I've got the other one and it had to be bought. I've picked up Ken Masters Amiibo. I've got Ryu, you've got to have Ken. There ain't no two ways about that. And this obviously is relevant to me, being Street Fighter, of course. So I had to have him in the collection. And let's do as I always do. They're coming out the box. I'd love to have kept him in the box, but if you can kind of tell, I just haven't got the room anymore. So let's get Ken out of his box. And here he is in all his glory, and he looks pretty cool. He does look really, really quite cool. Great pose. Another great Amiibo to the collection, and as I say, I'm only going to pick up the ones that are relevant to me now in terms of game series, characters that I've used and enjoyed through the past with them certain games, of course. So that's Ken Masters Amiibo. Well happy with him. And then the next one is in a bigger box, weirdly. They both come from the same place, but it's nothing worse than getting 2 boxes from the same place. Now, I think I'm going to be stuck here. I'm going to have to rip this box apart, because I haven't got a pair of scissors to do it. Never mind. You can't beat live unboxing. So, who we got? And obviously, this one was a must anyway, because I've collected all the other Amiibos for this series, and I had to pick up, of course, Young Link, because I've got all the other Links in the collection, and as I say, the only ones I haven't opened are Breath of the Wild. They're all still sealed and boxed, that collection, but all of the others I'm unboxing, so definitely had to have him, and he's number 70. He's now the third one, the third Amiibo in the set was I think it was Daisy. You know what I mean? It's, I don't know. You know, yeah, you could say I'm rebuying with the Zelda ones, but I think with Daisy, it's just the same character in a different pose. I don't think they really kind of should have done that, to be honest. They should have just left it as it was. Daisy come out in a pose and then moved on and not done like a second pose. They should have just left it as it was. You only need one of one character as far as I'm concerned. You don't need 2 and 3 of like Mario, 2 and 3 of Daisy. You know, 2 and 3. They haven't done it. I don't think they've done it with Yoshi. I think they've done it. They did it with a few characters, mainly the main characters and Mario characters. And I don't think they should do that. One pose is enough, unless it's a very limited edition of that character. Then fair enough. Mega Man, look at Mega Man. He's I think he's got 3 incarnations now. I've got the first edition. There's a gold one, which is a rare one to get, which I haven't got. And I'm sure they're doing a new one. Or they did do a new one for Mega Man 7, which I don't think I've got, because I think to myself at the end of the day, I've got one. I don't need another one. I wouldn't mind the gold one now. But anyway, Young Link, yes. Very, very good detail on this little chap. Well happy with him. Another Zelda collectible. Link collectible to add to the Amiibos. And as I say, I will be bit picking these now. I won't be going for the full set anymore. No point. I just want characters that are relevant to me as game characters that I've used in the past. That's the way I'm going to look at it. So, well happy to have these guys. Ken and Young Link Amiibos. Right, let's pop you down here with the rest. Okay. That's the unboxing done. Let's get rid of that crap. Tidy up later. Right, now we have a system, and then we have something that I didn't expect I was ever going to do, but I did. So let's talk about this first. I've had one of these since last year. Everybody's done videos on them, and I've never bothered talking about it. And I'm talking about this, which is the Super NT. Now, this is obviously a console specifically made for the Super Nintendo. So you can plug into your standard LCD TVs, your modern TVs, and you can play your original Super Nintendo cartridges from obviously any country. Japanese, American, and your PAL games. But I've noticed some PAL games do not work. Especially International Superstar Soccer. I bought that, but that's another collection. I've let that out of the bag now. Too late. But anyway, yes, International Superstar Soccer, put it in, and it's a Konami game. It wouldn't work. Weirdly, don't know why. It works perfectly in my original system, but it wouldn't work in this one. But for people, let me put it this way. I like it. Right, it's good for what it is. Right. I can't knock Analog for doing these, because I've just released the Mega Drive variant, and to be honest, I've thought about getting one, but I've kind of declined the offer, because at the end of the day, I've got original Japanese Mega Drive and original Genesis. I don't need, you know, I don't need another console. I don't need to add it to my TVs, because I've got the TVs to play them original consoles on. That's the way, as far as I'm concerned, retro games are going to be played. If, as I say, you haven't got the means to play the original retro games or cartridges, and you do have a collection and you just have a brand new TV, this is the way to go. I cannot deny that. It is a fantastic piece of kit for that purpose. There's no two ways about it. Nice that they've added 2 great games built into this, which was Super Turrican Director's Cut and Turrican 2, which is a super rare game on its own. So if you wanted to play that game and you never had a chance to own it, there's no two ways about it. Picking one of these up just to get that, to play that game, is, you know, a good reason in itself, to be honest with you. But overall, I do like this system. You know, as I say, I wanted to try one. I went with the hype and see how they went, and it plays well. No lag, no nothing. You can stick any controller you like in there. I was literally going to buy a matching controller, but I decided against it. I thought, just use the originals for what it is. I only wanted the system. But overall, nice little system. You know, they are quite expensive. I can't remember how much I paid. I think it's about 170 quid or something like that, I think, around that. So I tried it, been there, done that. I like it for what it is, but I don't think I'll go down that road and get another one. I'll stick with my original consoles, which were specifically made to play the games on, as far as I'm concerned. So if I ever get a new Nintendo console, it will be another original NTSC Super Nintendo. But yeah, had to show it, let you know that I've got it. My verdict is, yes, if you're a collector and you haven't got the means to have a original CRT, or and you can just play these on, you can only play these on your modern TVs, then this is the way to go. No two ways about it. If you're a collector, I wouldn't bother. I really wouldn't bother. I'd just stay true to your collecting roots. Pick up an original console and play your original games on the original consoles. But apart from that, you know, it's a good all round solid system. It'll do you for what you need if you want to play your games on your modern TVs. So that is the analog. I've had trouble putting it back in, you see, for some bizarre reason. So I might have to rewire it all and stick it all back in because it's a pain in the ass. I got it out, I couldn't get it back in again. So anywho, there you go. The analog NT. Not a bad little system. Right, last but not least, in pickups, and then we'll have a little chat. I'm going to make this a big one today. I don't care. You know, I don't sit down often enough and chat and show you shit, do I? So let's do it, right? So this one, now if you can look behind me, just about there, you may be able to see a joystick, an arcade stick that I bought last year from Sheikah Arcades. I did a video on it. Go back, check my last videos. I did an actual unboxing of a Sheikah arcade stick. Ed, how are you, mate? Absolutely fantastic joy. You know, absolutely fantastic Super Nintendo arcade stick, specifically made for the Super Nintendo arcade stick, and it is a beautiful, beautiful arcade stick. There's no two ways about it. You can tell he's put a labour of love in it. You know, they weren't cheap. I have to admit that they wasn't cheap, but if you're a Super Nintendo fan, they're absolutely superb. You can't. I could not knock it. Absolutely beautiful. I've got one. Alex Nintendo Arcade's got one, and if we've got one, that means you should go out and get one too, as far as I'm concerned, because you know we are Super Nintendo collectors, and we want to play the Super Nintendo games in with the best joystick. Obviously, the arcade stick, and to me, this is the choice. These are the arcade sticks to literally use, unless you want to play with the joypad. But for me, I paid good money and I used that. And now, this happened. I went and got another one. Yeah, I picked another variant up of the Sheikah arcade stick. So let's unbox it and you'll see which variant it is. Couldn't resist it. I said to myself I was going to do it, but I didn't really think that I was going to do it, but I did. So, as you can see, everything's in there. I have picked up the second variant, which is the lighter coloured Sheikah arcade stick, and everything's in there. It is fantastic. It's a beautiful arcade stick, really, really is. And let's just pop this baby out and try and show you underneath. Let's give you a little inspection of it. Now, obviously, the ball isn't on the arcade stick because I haven't taken it out. But listen to that. It is in. It's a beautiful arcade stick. Look, absolutely fantastic. Built to last. This thing is. It is in a beautiful condition. Absolutely love this arcade stick. As I say, you know, they ain't cheap by any means, but you know, you pay for what you get. As far as I'm concerned, you want quality, you pay the price. It's the story. That's it. That's the way it goes. And I wouldn't have it any other way, to be honest with you. So very happy with that. As I say, I couldn't resist it. I wanted another one. And as far as I know, Ed's got himself plans for the future. So if you haven't been to Sheikah Arcade site, I'll try and leave a link down below. Go and check out Sheikah Arcades. Pick one of these arcade sticks up because they are absolutely the bee's knees. You can't go wrong with them. They're built to last. They're a quality arcade stick. No two ways about it. And the future looks bright for him. So very happy to have picked one of these up. Again, arcade stick number 2. I don't think I'll have another one. It all depends on if he releases another one. But to be honest here, I've got 2 of the best arcade sticks for my Super Nintendo I could possibly want now. So very happy with that. And yet again, Ed, absolutely well happy with the arcade stick as per usual, mate. Thank you for letting me have another one purchased from you. And that'll go back up there now. And in fact, I'll leave that one out because I'll use that one and I'll play my Super Nintendo games that I've just showed you once I've done this video. So that's it, guys. That is everything. That is everything kind of Nintendo-ish that I've got in my room that I didn't show you, that I've had over the past, what, 2 years. I've got a lot more videos coming up. But when that happens is another thing entirely. I'm going to do, I'm going to do a PlayStation update video because I've got a lot of PlayStation stuff I could show you. I've got some nice PlayStation Japanese games I could go through with you, because I like picking up the odd PlayStation 1 games, Japanese. I'm going to start to be picking up a few. There isn't many, but there's a few more PS2 Japanese fighting games that I haven't got, and they need to be added to my collection because, as I say, I've loved my Japanese fighting games for a very long time, ever since I started this channel. I did a video a long ago about my collection of my Japanese fighting games, and there are a few out there, probably 3 or 4, and they ain't cheap. They are kind of the high-end titles, so I think I might get them in the collection just to, finish it off for myself and make it, make that collection, not that it ain't good already because I love that collection, but finalise it for myself, finalise it. So I'll have a 2 or 3, probably 4 more Japanese PS2 fighting games in that collection over time. As I say, I'm a bit picking on the PlayStation 1, the Japanese titles, so that's kind of cool. I'll do a new update on my Nintendo Switch collection. That'll be coming in the coming months. I've finally sold all of my Wii U. The Wii U collection's now gone. And not saying good riddance. It was a good system for what it was, but I got the Switch in. Everything that's on the blooming Wii U is now on the Switch, so there's no point in me owning 2 systems with the same games on, as far as I'm concerned. And I'm happy with the Switch. The Switch is a fantastic system. I've heard they're releasing like a mini version of the Switch, and also like a Switch Plus apparently. How that's going to play, how it's going to look, well, time will tell, shan't we? Should we say? Time will tell. But yeah, I'll have a little update on my Switch games in the future. I've also got, obviously, the Man Versus, which, yes, it's coming. Eventually, I will get there. Still waiting on a couple of games. I'm still thinking of the format that I'm going to do and try and do for it. I just might give the old-fashioned way where I went with the Master System collection. I'll just do it like that. Lose count every video. But yeah, that's coming. I'll have an update on my NTSC Super Nintendo collection, I think I'll do. I've got another system, which I did let the cat out of the bag earlier on. I've got another new console I'll show you with a lot of games. I'll do a video for. What else is there? My vinyl collection. My vinyl collection needs an update, so there's plenty for a vinyl collection video. I will show you soon. See, there's plenty of videos for me to do. I've just got to sit down and actually do them. That is the one thing. But as I say, I've managed to get this video up, and this is 45 minutes long nearly, and I don't care. I'm glad I'm giving you guys some content to sit down and have a few beers or a cup of tea with, just to watch and bit bits and pieces if you want to, all in one if you can do it. Fair play to you. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else. No, that's it really. As I say, I'm still giving for my consoles and my certain items that I want in the collection this year. That is a definite. They're my goals. I'm sticking to them, and that's about it realistically collection wise. I think that's what I'm going to do. As I say, the videos will be here. The videos are coming. I am not shied away. But as I say, with the items that I want, you know, I can't rush out and buy them and get everything in a week and then stick your videos up for you, because they cost money, unfortunately, and without money I cannot have them. So all good things come to those who wait. That's what I say. But anyway, what was I going to say? Right, yeah, let's have a chat about events and channels, because just talk about events now. I know next month is the Play Manchester. I don't think I've ever missed one. But unfortunately, I don't think I'll be going this year, because obviously I've got plans, because I'm definitely going to Revival the month after, and there's also after that I think there's the Birmingham Gaming Market, which I'm very happy to have found out about. That's going to be a good venue, because it's literally jump on the bus and I'll be there in about 5 minutes, which is cool for me. So great to have a gaming market around Birmingham. And then the month previous to that is going to be Revival again, which I'm happy to be once again going to. I never miss Revival. Absolutely easily one of the best days out you could have. So if you've never been, put the effort in, get the ticket, go to Revival. It is easily one of the best events going. Of course, I'll be going to Doncaster this year. I've actually booked, or in the process of trying to, for Blackpool. I didn't make it last year. I'd like to go this year, to be honest with you. So we'll see what the future, see what the future brings, shall we? So yeah, Blackpool's on the cards, and then obviously I'm not too sure what's after that, to be honest. I know that's October time. I think that'll probably be the last little bit for me, Blackpool. But apart from that, I'll be going to most of the events, but probably not Manchester, because as I say, in June it's going to be, there's a couple of items I'm going to be picking up. So I'll be holding back, unfortunately, from the Manchester, I think, and then just waiting to go to Revival. I'll be happy with that. But one more video that'll be coming soon. If you're into your Commodore 64, there's a big update coming to that, I can tell you that. So I'll be looking forward to showing you all what I've got there. Really love my Commodore 64. I did say I'd do another update. I know it's been a while since the last one, but you know, at the end of the day, I have to wait for these things. There's no point showing 2 or 3 games. I'd rather just get myself a big bunch of games and then show you the next lot of games that I've added to my 64 collection. I love my Commodore 64, and the collection is getting pretty damn big now. I sorted it out yesterday and had a look what I've got, and I'm running out of room as per usual. So I think this next little lot I'm going to be getting, there will only be probably 10 or 12 more after that, and I think I'm done. I think I'll have everything that I've wanted and everything that I had originally in my original collection, so I'll be done with that. So that'll be another door I can close on the Commodore 64 collection. But yes, right, okay. Now, I watched Alex's video yesterday, and he's become a traitor to the Nintendo team, and he's turned to Sega. I'm only joking, mate. Yeah, he's gone for some Sega, and fair play to him. Fair play. And oh, let me just add a quick happy birthday, mate. Belated birthday. I hope you had a good one. Looks like you had some really nice gifts for your birthday and all that, larky. But I'll get you a beer, mate, when I see you next. But yes, he bought himself a Mega Drive, and he wanted some recommendations. Now, I've only got 3, but I'm only going to show the games I love, to be honest with you. And they're all staple. They're all guaranteed to add to the collection. You need these in your collection, Alex. There's no two ways about it. And he's like me. He likes his Japanese titles. I only ever really go for Japanese and Genesis anyway now. I've got myself a few PAL games, but they're absolutely mint box PAL games, and I don't really want to get rid of them. I don't know why. Probably about 6 games, but I'm going to keep them. I just want to keep them in the collection. But right, 3 recommendations for you, mate. My throat's starting to go now. Firstly, Goinog. Absolutely ultimate shoot 'em up, mate. Balls hard. I'm sorry about the glare, but you can see the actual game cover. Definitely pick this up. Goinog is an absolute must shooter for the Mega Drive, on the Japanese Mega Drive. Absolutely brilliant. If you want to get it on Genesis, you can get it this version, but there's another version called Wings of War, which is a very uncommon cover, and I've never come across it. I managed to grab one years ago. I'll have to show it in one of my videos, but Goinog is a definite must, Alex. Get yourself that, mate. Secondly, no collection can be without Ghosts and Ghouls, or Ghosts and Goblins. You have to have that in the collection. There's no two ways about that. Absolute fantastic game. A very punishing game yet again. You've got to go through it twice, of course, to do the complete, full, proper ending. But a great conversion on the Mega Drive. Very, very good version of it. Absolute must to have and add to the collection, Alex. And finally, excuse me, a side-scrolling beat-em-up. One of my favourite games ever. I love this series. Love the arcade. But this reiteration of the game is the second in the series. And it is, as I say, this is an uncut version. The NTSC Genesis version and the Japanese version are uncut. Something slightly off with the pulp. Not too sure what it was. But you got to have Splatterhouse 2. If you can see that, there you go, mate. Splatterhouse 2. Now, this one is a bit more of a pricey title, unfortunately, but it's one worth spending the money on. This is an absolute beautiful game. Fantastic game. Love this series for years and years. Absolutely love it. But a definite to add to your collection, mate. It's only 3 games. 3 games, where I thought I'd get them up for you and just give you my 2 pence. Oops, and basically show you 3 games out of my collection, which I think you should put to your collection, bro. So there you go. That's 3 games. Now, talking about Sega, I'm gonna do something I haven't done in a long time. I'm gonna do a shout out, and I'm gonna mention a YouTuber I've watched on and off, but after his last video, and he's totally Sega mad anyway. But his nostalgia video he did, and he talked about his collection in general, and certain games that he bought, and you know, I just love the whole nostalgia thing, and I love to listen to people to tell stories on how they got these games, where they got the inspiration for the collection and things like that. Now, I'm going to be talking about Scott Brandon. If you don't know who Scott Brand is, I'm talking about Sega Zombie. I'll try and leave a link to his channel. If not, I'll just write it in a hashtag at the top. Hopefully that'll get you to where you need to go. But Scott Brand, Sega Zombie, and his huge Sega wall, as he calls it. His videos have just intrigued me, and the guy talks Mega Drive and he knows what he's talking about. He collects other consoles. He's got PC Engine as well, and he loves his Amiga. But his prime, it's only like me, I love my Nintendo, but I do collect for other systems also. But his prime collection is Mega Drive, and he's doing full set. He's just done a full set of Dreamcast. Fair play to you, mate. And obviously his continuation of his Mega Drive collection is still ongoing, so it will eventually happen, and he'll finish that full set. But yeah, go check this guy out, Scott Brand, Sega Zombie. Really good YouTuber, and he just, as I said to him in a comment, he just reminds me of the YouTube of old, the way people used to do the videos with passion, you know, showing that what they collect for, they're collecting for a purpose, for a reason, they enjoy it. It's been their life technically, in terms of, you know, I grew up with gaming, I still love it today. And that put it across so well, and I think Scott does that. He does that. He really puts himself across well in terms of his videos, and you know, showing the passion that he's got for his games. So go check Scott Brand out, Sega Zombie. If you haven't, please do, because he's a great YouTuber. And also, you know, let's not forget Alex Nintendo Arcade. The guy's a legend. He's hit 3,000 subs. Fair play to you, mate. Well deserved. You know, you've put a lot of work into your channel. And you've done an amazing amount of things in the last few years. Obviously, you know, things have took a step back for you, but trust me, mate, 100% you're on a roll when you're coming back in style. Fair play. All I say to you, mate, is run a comb through that hair of yours, because boy, you look like you just woke up in the morning. Thankfully, I don't have to do that because I've got no hair. But fair play to you, mate. I love you. You're a great bloke. Beer's coming your way, mate, for your birthday. But yeah, go check out Alex Nintendo Arcade. Also, as I say, he's gone into his Mega Drive. Fair play to him. He's got an immense Super Nintendo collection, of course, and he's a fellow Nintendo nerd. So I'm with him all the way. So that's it, guys. There's my shout-outs. That's my pickups. That's enough me waffling. I've nearly hit 55 minutes. I nearly touched an hour. But you know what? I don't really care. It was worth it. I've enjoyed doing this video. And I've got this new chair, of course. I don't know if I mentioned that. I love it. Absolutely fantastic. Vic's taken full advantage of it and he's fast asleep by me. But anyway, guys, I've waffled enough. I've enjoyed this video. I will be back with more very, very soon. So, as always, guys, I am CyberSnake7. Keep playing. Always keep watching. All the best, guys.